Okay, I believe we are online. What's up, guys? Hello, everyone. What's up? So, welcome to Vedantu. We will begin the webinar shortly at around 9:01 p.m. Okay, so we'll begin at 9:01 p.m. We are waiting for more people to join in. Around 400 people have already joined. So, thank you so much, everyone who has already joined. And we will begin this webinar shortly on 3 JEE Chemistry secrets no one else will tell you this way. Stay tuned, guys. Until then, let me see what questions you have sent me. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Okay. So Mithilesh is asking, what is the main aim of this webinar? Well, Mithilesh and all of you who are present, what we will discuss today is three concepts of chemistry that are super important for JEE. And the way we will discuss it is very unique. Yeah. So please stay tuned. This webinar is going to be exceptionally important for your JEE examinations. All right. Some people are asking me, how are you? Well, I'm fine. How are you guys? Yes, Satya Prakash is also asking, what's the objective of the session? I just told you that it is a session in which we will discuss three concepts of chemistry that are super important for JEE. Okay, cool. So it is 9 p.m. right now. We'll wait just another minute. Yeah. And whatever questions you are sending me, yes, I can read those. Yeah, awesome. So there are lots of questions coming in. Guys, I encourage you to send me as many questions as possible. My staff is also assisting me in solving your questions. So you will get those questions answered right there. Yes. And yes, I am able to see your questions. Okay. Cool. Just waiting for this clock right here to strike 9:01 p.m. and then I will begin the webinar. Yes. Lots of people sending lots of questions. Amazing. Around 500 people have already joined, so we have a brilliant audience. Yes, some people are asking for which part of chemistry will I teach the concepts. Will it be physical, organic, inorganic? Well, the thing is, I will teach you concepts from all three: physical, organic, and inorganic. All right. So this session is going to be super fun for all of you guys. Okay, so it is 9:01 p.m. Thank you so much once again for joining this webinar. I hope you can see me and hear me clearly. If you can't, well, please try to refresh your browser. Please try to log into the webinar once again. And thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Vedantu. 3 JEE chemistry secrets no one else will tell you this way. All right. So an introduction about myself. I am Pahul Gulati. Yeah, as you can see me in your webcams. And I have done my integrated MSc chemistry from IIT Bombay. I was in IIT for 5 years after I cleared my JEE in 2011. So yes, I have cleared JEE in 2011. So of course, I know how to crack that examination, and that is what I will tell you guys today in terms of chemistry. What are these three important secrets that no one else will tell you? Okay, so quickly jumping in chemistry, it's not about what you study. All right, in chemistry there are so many things, but there is always a way to study them. All right, so it is about how you study it. All right, I'll take a red pen here and encircle this how. In chemistry, it is not about what you study, it is about how you study it. And how to study is actually the secret. All right, there are concepts which look very difficult in chemistry, but they are actually super easy to understand once you know how to study. And in terms of my perspective of teaching, it's not about what I'll teach you. Okay, the secret lies in how I'll teach you those concepts. The concepts are going to be super basic, because this webinar is meant for people not only who have done 11th, but also mainly for people who are moving from 10th to 11th. Yes. So this webinar is targeted towards people who have just cleared their 10th, have moved on to 11th, or they have to move on to their 11th standard. Yeah. Junior college or 11th class, depends on where you stay. Okay. So it is super important that what we discuss today is basic. You will go away with a lot of knowledge after this webinar, and I've designed it in a way that it ensures a lot of attentiveness from you guys. Okay, so today we will do three concepts: one from physical chemistry, one from organic chemistry, and one from inorganic chemistry. And guys, I will highlight this fact once again here, that you do not need any prerequisite knowledge. No prerequisite knowledge. Okay, guys, cool. So you don't need to know anything else beforehand. This webinar will be complete in itself. What you will learn today is applicable for JEE. We will also solve questions to see the applicabilities of these concepts, because JEE is an objective examination. No matter what you study in theory, if you are not able to do the questions properly in the objective form, the theory is of no use. So the way we will study today is targeted towards those questions. It not only makes you understand the concept, but it also makes you target those questions. All right, so for those of you who have just joined, let me see how many people have joined. Oh my god, there are around 700 attendees right now. Okay, so for all of those who have just joined right now, thank you so much for joining the webinar. Today we will be discussing three concepts from chemistry: physical, organic, and inorganic. Yes, and as I discussed right here, how we study it is the secret. How I teach it to you is the secret. So guys, since this webinar has three concepts: physical, organic, and inorganic, number one is I am going to teach this at a very exciting pace. All right, so please keep your attentions, keep your eyes and ears on the screen, because it's going to be super fun and it's going to be super exciting paced. All right, because I want to give you as much knowledge as possible in this 1 hour that we have. So it is about how I teach you, not about what I teach you. All right, and the concepts are from physical, inorganic, and organic. You do not need to know anything beforehand, and we will also solve some questions that are relevant to JEE, okay, which we will learn today from these concepts. Okay, so before I begin, okay, before I begin, I want to start by asking a question, an objective type question. It is going to be a tough question, guys. All right, and perhaps this is one of the toughest questions that you've seen till date. Okay, so I'm launching a poll for that question. Are you guys ready? Okay, 50% of you have voted. Guys, come on. I want more responses from you. Quick, quick, quick. 70% of you have voted. Guys who are remaining, please click the option on your screen. 83% have voted. Guys, I'm going to close the poll in another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so around 90% of you have voted and 98% say yes, you are ready. Awesome. Guys, if you are not ready, if you can't hear me, if you can't see me, please refresh your browser. Please try to refresh the session that you have. All right. And for those of you who are ready, awesomeness. Let's get into it. So the first thing that we'll do is move to physical chemistry. Now, this is going to be an interactive webinar. It's not just me who's going to be speaking. You guys are also a part of this webinar. All right. So to understand one particular concept that I will talk about in terms of physical chemistry, we will first solve a very real, imaginable, solid problem. Okay. What you have here is a box of chocolates, as you can see, Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolates. Yeah. And in this box, there are loads of these tiny little chocolates. Yeah. The box is full of them. Now, what the problem we have is find the number of chocolates without opening the box. Okay. Imagine that your birthday is coming next week. Just imagine your birthday is coming next week and you've bought these chocolates for your friends who are coming over to your house, and you do not have to open this box until your birthday. But you are curious. The box doesn't say anything. You want to find the number of chocolates that are there in the box. Yes. So the first part of the problem is, let me take a green pen here, find the number of chocolates without opening the box. And number two is define your own word for that number. All right. What does this part mean? For example, 12 equals to a dozen. Yes. 20 equals to a score. 144 equals to a gross, so on and so forth. All right, these are English words that we have given to those specific numbers. Okay, 12 is called a dozen, 20 is called a score, so on and so forth. So the number that you will find here, the number of chocolates in that box, you will give a word for that particular number. All right, you can give it any name. Let's say your name is Ajit, you can call it Ajit unit, or you can call Ajit dozen. Yeah, cool. So right now on my clock it is 9:09 p.m. Guys, this question is super easy. The information you have is the weight of the total box, that is 5 kgs. This box weighs 5 kgs. This chocolate, this tiny little chocolate that we have, is 5 grams. All right, and this box is full of chocolates. Assume that all the weight that the box has is because of the chocolates. It is, again, pointing out my clock here, it is 9:09 p.m. I am giving you 2 minutes. Try to solve this question on your own, and when you have the answer, when you have the number of chocolates, please put them in the question box, the chat box that you have. All right, so take time till 9:11 p.m. Okay, and until then I'll scroll the chat box to see whether you are giving me any questions or not. Okay, lots of people saying 1000, 1000, 1000, 1000. Yes, for all of you who already have the answer 1000, yes, you know what, you have just understood the most difficult topic in physical chemistry. You must be wondering how or why. Well, I'll tell you. I'll wait just for another minute, guys, since the clock still says 9:10. Just wait till one more minute. All right. I want as many people as possible to solve this task. Okay, lots and lots of answers coming in. That is so good to see. Okay, you don't need to answer the question anywhere. Just put the answer in the chat box. All right. Cool. So I can see that lots of you are getting correct answers. Let me ask you this question now on the poll. Guys, please see the poll that you have in front of you. Are you done with the task? 50% of you have voted. Guys, come on, I need more votes from you. 60% have voted, 70%, around 77%, 80. Okay, I'm going to close the poll now in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so 92% of you who voted are saying that yes, you are done with the task. All right, and just to let you know, guys, just to let you guys know that we have around 800 people in the audience. Awesome stuff. Okay, so let us see what's happening here. Pretty simple, right? Weight of the box is 5 kgs. One chocolate equals to 5 grams. How many chocolates in 5,000 grams? Pretty simple. 1000 chocolates. Right? Simple as that. 1000 chocolates. And now, since I am doing this on my board, I will call this the Pahul unit. Pahul is my name for those of you who don't know yet. Okay. I'll call this the Pahul unit of chocolates. So from now on, all right, I will never say 1000 chocolates. I will always say I want to have a box of Pahul unit chocolates, which means I want a box of 1000 chocolates. Now, since you've understood this problem, okay, what we've established till now is 1000 equals to a Pahul unit. Cool. Now, we couldn't open the box because, we had to wait till our birthdays. Now, if you think about this topic in chemistry, let us take our mind frames into an atom. Okay, there are so many atoms around us. There are so many atoms around us that it becomes super difficult for us to actually count the number of atoms that are there in one particular unit of measurement. For example, I have this tiny little rubber here, eraser for the whiteboard. Let's assume this is a box. Let's assume this is a rectangular box. If you guys can see my image that comes from my webcam, let us assume this is a rectangular box. If I ask you how many atoms are there, how many atoms of air, let's say, are there in this particular box, you cannot count them one by one. Yeah, you cannot count them one by one. So the way we will count them is by using this particular method of chocolates. Okay, so moving here, assume that this particular thing, this box, is a box of carbon atoms. Okay, and the information that is given to you is that this box weighs 12 grams. Okay, this box is full of carbon atoms. This box weighs 12 grams. All right, and if you look at each and every chocolate that is there in this box, it is basically one carbon atom. Assume that the chocolates are equal to one carbon atom. All right, and the mass of these carbon atoms is 12 atomic mass units, or in grams it is 1.99 into 10 to power 23 grams. Okay, so the information you have is here. The problem is find the number of atoms without opening the box, because counting each and every atom one by one is super hard. It's practically impossible. And call that number 1 mole. Okay, we are getting somewhere. The information that we have is weight of the box is 12 grams and weight of one carbon atom is 12 atomic mass units, or 1.992648 into 10 to power 23 grams. All right. So right now in my clock, it says 9:15. All right. What I want you guys to do is take time till 9:17 p.m. and try to come up with an answer. Now, I think some of you will know what 1 mole is equal to, but please calculate on your own. Okay, guys, please, I encourage you to calculate this thing on your own right now. Okay, I'm going to scroll through the comment section, the questions box. Yeah. Anvesha is asking, good evening, sir. Can you read this? Yes, I can read this, Anvesha. I can read what all of you are telling me. Okay. So a lot of people are giving me a lot of answers and a lot of them are correct. Yes, guys, if you haven't solved this your own way, if you haven't solved this on your own, I would encourage you once again to please try to solve this on your own. Some people might know what 1 mole is. Lots of you know because you've done this in 9th and 10th standard as well. But the way you put the process in your mind is super important for JEE. JEE asks questions on basics. It won't ask you questions that are formula based. It will ask you questions that are from the very basics, and that is why it is necessary to understand the basics through and through. All right. Okay. So 9:16 ho gaya. Let me launch a poll to see whether you guys are done with the task or not. Okay. Around 50% of you have voted. Come on, guys. Waiting for more responses. Quick, guys. Let's catch up. Okay, I'm going to close the poll quickly in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, for those of you who have voted, 70% say yes and the others say no. Don't worry, guys. What we will do is now we will define what 1 mole is. All right, simple as a box of chocolates. All right, so the weight of the box is 12 grams. Yeah. Weight of one carbon atom is 1.992648 into 10 to the power 23 grams. Okay, you can do all of your unitary method. If we move here, just to make things super simple, okay, if we move here towards the box of chocolates, okay, now one chocolate equals to 5 grams. 1/5 of a chocolate equals to 1 gram, right? Now you multiply both sides by 1,000. Yeah, and you will get the weight for 1 kg. Multiply it by 5 again. You will get the weight for 5 kilo, and it will be 1,000 chocolates. Simple unitary method. This is something that we'll do here as well. Let me take a green pen, a thinner one, so that we can clearly see what is happening. Okay, ठीक है. Wait, ये जो है ना, ये ना -23 है, वो माइनस गायब हो गया है. So because of some calculation problem, वो स्क्रीन पे माइनस आया ही नहीं. Anyway, so what we are going to do right now is we need 12 grams का box. Yeah, so one carbon atom equals to 1.99 into 10 to power minus 23 grams. ठीक है. If I have to take 1 gram, what will happen is 1 by 1.99 into 10 to power minus 23 equals to 1 gram. Okay, just multiply these sides by 12 and you will get the number of carbon atoms for 12 grams. Okay, so this thing right here, which I'll highlight by blue, is the number of carbon atoms, right? So this is the calculation that you have to do. And you know what, if I have to do this calculation here, the calculation is 12 by 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23. Pretty simple calculation, guys. Actually, it is 6. If you assume this to be 2, you cut this, it is 6 into 10 to the power 23, because when this thing comes up, of course the sign will be inversed. That's it. The exact answer that you get after precise calculations is 6.022137 into 10 to the power 23 atoms. All right, guys, so technically speaking, you don't even have to remember the value of the mole. You can actually derive it easily just by thinking of a box of chocolates that is full of carbon atoms. All right, it is super simple.